This is me. And this is my electric bike. And this is a story of how I made it.
No environment, still no fortune, still got no fame. No politics shit, we're not a recognized name. No organization, no operation, no nation, no civilization.
Alright, so I have this old, but actually it's pretty nice, a geared bicycle. It's got like these 7-speed shifters and stuff, and I've removed those right now, but I have it and I've been using it for like the past 4 years, every single day, at least like 10 kilometers to and back from my college, and it served me really well. It's an amazing bicycle. It's made by Hercules. It's like freaking big ass wheels. It's really cool. But I kind of want to move forward and try out this new e-mobility revolution kind of stuff. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about people with e-bikes, and it seems a lot of fun. And I want to convert my existing bike to an electric bike, and I want to try it out. Go on long cruises without having the struggle of pedaling it. That's what I want to try and do, and I think it'll be fun. I have all the components ready. It's not too expensive, but it's also not really cheap. I will show you how I'm doing it, and hopefully it's not too much of a struggle to actually build the thing. But I do know that there's a lot of work involved because I have to attach this motor and stuff, batteries. So yeah, there's a lot of moving parts involved, but it should be fun. I think that's the main goal here. It should be fun, the process as well as the result. Yeah, so let's see. Oh, and by the way, I'll be honest with you, finding the components for these things are actually a bit complicated because there are a wide range of things that are involved, from accelerators to throttles to brakes and all sorts of stuff, right? And I'll leave links to every single component that you would be needing down in the description below on my website, prakashganeshan.net, and you can just check it out. It'll be very easy for you to buy every single one.
Now obviously the first thing that you'll be needing is a bicycle. Just any normal bicycle will do. The next component that we'll be needing is the actual DC motor to drive the bicycle. And I'm actually using a 24 volt 350 watt DC series motor, and this is actually just a normal everyday sewing machine motor, and it works really well. And to actually attach the motor to the bicycle, you'll be needing this bracket. And for the power supply, I'll be using two 12 volt 7.5 amps sealed lead acid batteries that will be connected in series, and they're very heavy. And this is the actual brains for the entire machine. This is what controls the speed, the motors, the batteries, the charging, the brakes, the acceleration, pretty much everything that you'd be needing. And these are the power locks, and you use this to just simply turn on and off the bicycle using a key. It's actually pretty cool. And this is probably the most important mechanical aspect of the entire project, because this is what we'll be connecting to the actual motor. And this is what gave me the most amount of problems during this project. It's a 16-tooth freewheel. And obviously we're needing some actual chains to drive the entire wheel. And you might not be able to get the exact number of links or the exact length that you'd be needing. So you should be prepared to change them. Go to a shop or something. And this is the actual headlight, and it also includes a weirdly annoying and really quiet horn. And it also has this power indicator, I guess, but it doesn't really seem to work for me, so I don't know what's up with that. And these are the handlebar grips, and you should be able to find them with various different colors and textures and styles, whatever you might be interested in. But these are the ones that I got, and even the accelerator might come in different resistances. But these are the only components in the entire system with 3 terminals instead of 2. And these are the brakes, and they're obviously very important, and they come with the standard slots for mechanical brakes that you might already have, but they also have these little limit switches on the inside that literally aren't very useful. All they do is just cut off the power supply to the motor, so it doesn't actually break it, it just stops providing power, so the motor still rotates except without any acceleration. It's not too useful, but it's something. And this is the main axle, or some people call it H hub. I don't know, your local bicycle guy might call it whatever he likes, along with the freewheel attachments, with the locking and the something. I don't know what you call these things, man, just look at it. And finally, you'll be needing provisions to charge the actual thing. And I'd be using XT60 connectors, not the one that you're seeing right now that I got from the kit. I'll be using the ones that you might have seen in the electric skateboard video, just this exact same protocol.
Alright, so a good place to start would probably be the actual wheel itself. We're gonna have to remove it, put in the new axle, and attach the free wheel and stuff like that. But I do believe that this is also going to be probably the biggest problem for me, because these are actually really complex, high-grade disc brakes. So they're extremely complicated and they have a lot of moving parts inside, and I'm gonna have to remove them, remember how to put them back, if I'm even able to put them back. So I must try to put them back, but if it doesn't work out, I might have to just resort to those electronic brakes with the regenerative braking and rely on mechanical brakes in the front.
And unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. As soon as I removed the wheel, I found that out the hard way. So first I removed the actual disc for the disc braking system, and instead of that I attached the freewheel that is going to be connected to the motor, or so I thought. And after that I reattached the disc back to the freewheel, and this is when I found out that both the disc as well as the freewheel couldn't really fit into the rear chassis. So I had to come up with a compromise, and I completely removed the disc braking system. So the rear wheel does not have any brakes anymore. And so I attached just the freewheel alone on the right side of the bike. Also, this was when I replaced the older rear axle with the newer, longer one, and it was pretty fun to say the least. The ball bearings were flying around. Well, it was fun for the ball bearings at least.
So I had to bite the dust and swallow my pride and actually go to a cycle shop. I just couldn't figure out the entire gear situation. All right, because when I was fixing it, I put the bicycle upside down. That's how you do it. But like an idiot, I didn't put the gear system upside down. And when I fixed it up, and it didn't ride, so I had to walk all the way to the bicycle shop and get it fixed. I was there for like 3 hours. I learned from him a lot. I learned a lot of things about the gear system, how you tweak the derailleur and the shifters and stuff. So I got the entire gear situation situated. I also completely sawed off the entire stand adapter thing that was really causing a havoc for attaching the motor. So that's completely sawed off. I went to a workshop and it was done in like less than a minute, and we attached a new stand in place. And another thing that we had to modify was we attached a little carrier right on top at the back, and apparently that thing's worth 1,000 rupees. Yeah, I paid 1,000 rupees for that thing. It doesn't look like it's worth it at all, but I checked online. These things are expensive for some reason, the thing that you sit on the back, but that cannot hold anyone's weight, so I'm just going to use it for the batteries and the controllers. So that's completely fixed up, and as far as the modifications go, everything is done. The freewheel is attached, the chain is inside, all is inside. Now we only have the actual electrical systems done.
So this is the controller, the main controller. You've already seen the brains of the entire system that runs on 24 volts, and I've already replaced the existing motor connectors with my beloved XT60 connectors, because they are just so much freaking better. And did the same for the motor side as well, so it all just works seamlessly. And then I just quickly connected all the other peripherals like the accelerator, the locks, and the brakes and everything else to the actual controller, and fitted them very snugly to the frame of the bicycle. All said and done, it was finally time to take it out and test it. Yeah, so I don't think I could have chosen a better day than this, because it's a beautiful day. It was supposed to rain today according to the forecast, but thank God it didn't. And as you can hear, I'm surrounded with trees with birds and monkeys in them. It's a beautiful ground that I've just found here. And as you can see, I'm as far away from the road as possible. So I guess this is just like a beautiful, massive, flat mildly grassy area where I could just ride this cycle freely without any obstructions and without any ground errors. Alright, this thing honestly completely shattered my expectations. Alright, it goes a lot faster than I initially thought. This thing kept overtaking so many bicycles on my rides, like it was unfathomable. Honestly, I never expected that. It goes a lot faster than a normal bicycle that you just see on the roads, and it is a breeze to completely overtake them. Also, another thing that I want to point out is this thing is comfortable. Like the bicycle itself has good suspension, so that probably plays a part. But it was so quiet. The motor did not give me any jerks. It didn't have any vibrations. It was super quiet. Like it was a breeze. It was like sitting on a Rolls-Royce bicycle basically. And that's not even an understatement, because this thing can turn a lot of heads, alright? Because I got so much attention when I was riding this, and it's understandable. It's really, really unique and it looks kind of cool. Alright, so I don't know if you've noticed, but this cycle that I literally was riding around over here, it doesn't really work with the pedaling. Alright, so I have completely detached it and you can't really pedal this. It's a bicycle that you cannot pedal. Yeah, it's not a great situation, but the thing is, remember how we put the motor on the actual left side of the cycle? So the problem is when it rotates, right? When it's on the left side of the cycle, it actually rotates in a direction which loosens the actual freewheel. So that's the direction which you turn to lose the freewheel. And when it's on the right side, when it rotates, when it moves forward, it actually tightens it up. So that works well for all bicycles, for freewheels. So that's what was the problem with the initial testing. You might have seen the shots for that. And the problem was whenever I accelerate a little bit more than normal, it just loosened up. The entire freewheel just freaking came out, and that was the reason I have a few extra freewheels. I tightened them with adhesive, thread locker and all, and it didn't work, and now I cannot remove it in my hand. So I have a bunch of like freewheels that are just there. I might give it away for you guys. Why don't I do that? Check the link in the description. This is the first ever giveaway. It's not something expensive or anything like that, but it's kind of special. It's just like the aftermath of this massive project. So if you guys are interested in getting some lame freewheel, why don't you check it out? You can actually use it as a pencil stand. I've been using that for a while now. I have to make an upgrade, okay? I have to make an update video. So I've planned on 3 different updates, alright? Number 1, I absolutely need to change the battery because this battery really sucks, okay? Lead acid batteries are not really traction batteries. I have a few hoverboard batteries. If you've seen my electric skateboard battery, that's the one I'm planning on using, but that's a 36 volt system. This entire thing is a 24 volt system, so I guess I have to use some buck converters, DC to DC converters. So hopefully that will work out. That's my first upgrade. And the second upgrade is I cannot charge this thing very easily, okay? I have to literally bring the entire cycle into my house, which is the only way that I can charge it without every single time removing the duct tape and removing the battery. And that's a big pain in the ass. So I actually bring my entire cycle inside my house and I connect it to the power. So I need to upgrade. I need to sort of design a system where I can easily just detach it out, maybe 3D print some sort of housing for it. I don't know. I have some idea in my mind. I have some sort of an attachment in my mind. Let me just try to put that into an actual physical thing. So that's my second upgrade. And obviously third and final upgrade, which is probably the most important one, is try and fix the entire pedaling situation. I have 2 options. One is somehow really tighten up the freewheel on the left side so that even when it rotates in a direction that loosens it, it doesn't actually loosen up. So that's my first option, which is probably going to be a hard option. I don't know how I'm going to do that. The second one is use the pedal as well as the motor on the same side of the wheel. So I have a geared system, as you can see. So I have different tiers, right? I can use the motor chain on one tier and the pedaling chain on the other tier, on a little bit higher up tier. So now the problem with this is when I'm pedaling, the motor will have to rotate at the same time, so it will be a lot harder to actually pedal. And when I'm using the motor, the pedal cannot stay still, so I won't have a place to keep my legs. It will literally be spinning really fast. So those are disadvantages.
So I don't really know how I can do it. If you have any suggestions, let me know. Hit me up on my Instagram or Twitter or the comments below. Alright, specs. So I actually did a test ride yesterday, this exact same route, and it was able to give me around 7.5 kilometers of good speed. But after that it got really slow. It got unbelievably slow. It's around like 5 kilometers an hour. You can literally walk faster than that, or maybe not, a little bit faster than walking, right? And that range actually includes a lot of incline and decline, so it's actually pretty good actually. Usually boosted boards and other electric skateboards, they last around 7 miles, which is a little bit more than this thing, but I'm sure if you use a lithium ion battery it could be better. And when it comes to top speed, it's around 23 kilometers an hour, which is really good. I did not expect that at all, and it actually was really fast when I was riding down that main road. The road was really flat, it was really nice, and the top speed I calculated to be around 23 kilometers an hour. So when it comes to cost, this entire bicycle actually costed me around, I think it was 8,000 or 7,000. It was probably 7,000 rupees, and the entire motors and the lights and the accelerators and all of the controllers, the ESC, all of that costs around 7,000. So that's 14,000, and I obviously paid a lot for the battery, that is 1,500, and all the wires and all the extra, the free wheels, a lot of free wheels. So I'm pretty sure it went to around 16,000 or 17,000 rupees. So that's the bill of materials. If you do want to see, or you want to read, or you want to know any of the actual struggles that I faced, like the entire process of me building this, there will be a blog. I might even make a full video about that. Check the link in the description. You will see a blog on my website. Just check that out. If you're really interested in making something like this, I think that will be very useful for you. One important thing that I'm actually planning on selling this thing. Alright, I have a store. If you guys didn't know, it's called the website is shop.prakashganeshan.net, and you guys, I guess you could buy something. There's nothing in the store, by the way. Alright, there was like one electric skateboard from the electric skateboard video, and it's sold out, and I'm not going to tell you who I sold it to. And I guess I can put this up for sale for some hopefully reasonable amount of money, and if you guys want to buy it, I don't know why you would want to do that. You would be really stupid to buy something like this, but you can if you want to. Alright, so I think that's it for this video. If there's nothing else for me to say, I guess I can let you guys go. So if you guys like this video, like it. If you didn't like it, I guess you could dislike it too. Subscribe either way, please, because a lot more videos coming up, and it would really help out the channel. And that's it for this video. See you, bye bye.